This time, the 5th chapter of Garten of BANBAN is not here, but the 6th one is. And this chapter has brought us some strange new characters. Join me to create some of them with clay, so get comfortable and enjoy this video.
Hey, you can get down now, we're friendly.
Sir DADADOO resembles a leash wearing a purple tie. He has no legs and has purple hands or gloves. He has a hollow, grey head. The hollowed area is dark, along with a sharp teeth. In the game, the first time we meet Sir DADADOO is in the room where we also meet Bitter Jiggle, but this time, he is no longer our enemy, he is our ally. Bitter Jiggle mentions to us that he has already done a lot of damage and asks us for a sincere apology for everything. Besides, he feels guilty for having told that joke to the queen because he thinks she is dead. Now, what we have to do is to press in order the buttons that are on the tables. Once we do this, we have to go to the room where Bitter Jiggle was, and we have to quickly press the buttons. If we don't hurry, the naughty ones will appear. The next thing to do is to go to the second floor of the room and place the projectors correctly so that they both point to the giant screen in the center. Also, on the first floor, there will be a projector and we also have to place it in the center. And as soon as the 3 projectors are synchronized on the screen, the lights go out. Bitter Jiggle runs and tells us that we have to hide. So, we go with him and take shelter in a room. Bitter Jiggle mentions that we have to wait for the video that is playing on the screen to finish, so we can exit. But we hear a scary voice that speaks to us, and it is just behind the door of the room where we take shelter. That voice tells us that it is BANBAN, and that he needs our help, but that is not BANBAN, it is Sir DADADOO, who is next to one of the naughty ones. Once the video ends, the lights come on, and Sir DADADOO disappears from the room. When we leave, we have to go to the second floor of that room and we will find a letter that mentions the following. As per management request, further research on Case 14 Scepter has been conducted in pursuit of observing what was probably referred to as its magical powers by Case 14. RF, Case 14's human genome donor, unannounced to Case 14 as to not repeat what was occurred with Case 6, and Caretaker has pointed out that there are no official records of a scepter ever being manufactured and given to Case 14. The scepter on any official records exists only as a mural. Case 14 refuses to elaborate on where she received the scepter, always citing misremembrance as the reason. It is evident that Case 14 is not happy with the decision to have her transported to the lower levels, although the same calm and reasonable demeanor persists. It now possesses a previously non-existent stance on refusing to cooperate. The case is permanently not ready for presentation. Now we have to go to the sheriff, but when Jesus arrives with Bitter Jiggle, he gets very upset and tells us that we should leave the place. But just at that moment, one of the naughty ones appears and takes Bambalina, and immediately the sheriff runs to save her. Now we have to go to a yellow door. When we enter this room and advance a little, we will meet the real BANBAN and we will go with him upstairs. On that floor, we will meet Sir DADADOO, and BANBAN asks us if he is our friend, but we have to lock ourselves in a small room. Just then, he attacks BANBAN and knocks him out. Sir DADADOO mentions to us that we had a chance to escape his mayhem. He prepares to attack us, but fortunately, Bitter Jiggle comes to the rescue and they start fighting. This gives us time to escape. Near the end of the chapter, we meet Sir DADADOO, and that's when we find the Queen's Scepter. Sir DADADOO appears and thanks us for leaving all the switches open, the big door open, and the scepter are ready for him to escape. He also mentions that it is all part of his revenge, but Bitter Jiggle tells him that they had no choice, that they were going to destroy them all. Sir DADADOO replies that he made the wrong choice. At that moment, BANBAN touches Nab and he transforms into his hellish form, so he throws himself at Sir DADADOO and they begin to fight. Again, we have time to escape from him and we run away together with Beetlejuice and BANBAN. As we advance, Beetlejuice tells us that he will stay because the naughty ones are the only ones who laugh at his jokes and he can miss the opportunity. And when we get to the elevator at the end, the lights go out, and when they come on, Sir DADADOO appears with several of the monsters we have made in these chapters, but now they are all possessed by DADADOO. Eventually, BANBAN sacrifices himself to give us time to escape from them all.
In you go, child.
The naughty ones are the children of Queen Bonsilia. In her depiction, they are seen inside of Queen Bonsilia's pouch, where you can see anything except their eyes due to how dark it is in her pouch. But the interesting thing is that these creatures have no eyes. In Garten of BANBAN 4, once Beetlejuice makes the queen laugh, they manage to escape, as the sheriff had warned us. The naughty ones are slate grey monsters. They have a physique build resembling those of slugs. They have long, cat-like ears, with a gloomy, dark shade of purple and an oval-shaped mouth with many large teeth, similar to that of a leash. The first time we meet one is in a room where if we open the door when Sir DADADOO speaks to us, pretending to be BANBAN, one of the naughty ones will jump in our face. Then, we will meet the smaller one when we go upstairs together with BANBAN, but this time, this naughty one doesn't do anything to us. The third time we meet the naughty ones is in the great 3-story room, where we have to aim a lamp at them to prevent them from attacking Beetlejuice. The naughty ones in this room will have a much larger size, and the last time we meet them is at the end, when we are fleeing through the maze, along with BANBAN and Beetlejuice, but the latter stays to save us from them.
Stop! Father told us not to talk to strangers!
But we need help! Did you see our father around? He didn't come by today.
He has more arms than you. More than us as well, obviously. If you see him, please tell him we need him to come back.
The Janum Infants are 2 cyan spheres with diminutive and chubby legs, and they are indistinguishable from each other, except that one infant has pitch black eyes, meanwhile the other infant has chalk white eyes. We meet them when we enter the surgeon's room. These infants mentions to us that their father is the surgeon, and that if we see him, we should tell him that they want to see him. When we arrive to that room, we have the mission to find 8 lollipops. When we find them, a door will open, and inside it, there will be a letter that mentions the following. The first expedition since returning the scepter to Case 14 was dispatched today, and results were forwarded as very urgent. Given the impressive regenerative properties of GIVANIUM, the expedition team have provided evidence that cases 14 and 18 are using their own genomes to produce cases of their own. Although research on subcases or cases that have 2 GIVANIUM-based entities as their donors as defined in the employee handbook has been minimal, experts predict that these subcases will have identical levels of obedience as their genome donors. Cases 9, 14, 17, and 18 wouldn't have known this to be possible without insider information, and we believe that case 4 to be the informer. Predictions show that a rebellion is imminent. We await management instructions on how to proceed. The case is permanently not ready for presentation. This has been all for the moment. I hope you like Sir DADADOO, the Naughty Ones, and the Janum Infants made of clay. If you want me to make the other characters of the 6th chapter, let me know in the comments. Also, I invite you to subscribe and leave your like. With this, you support me a lot. Greetings, take care, and see you in the next video.